Good evening. To Hot Digital within the Baba Chakno. We say Mondays between 12 Motsem and Kawa Radio. And just me the relationship show, love and life and the and then whole story be about the dance. Cassie, I bet church I drink. I happen while I women before. So don't go nowhere. Keep your dial right here. Now we'll prepare who no misses. Mr. and Swap. Just get ready. So what I know so getting better and I want to then be brave. So my body up na fe. Me must na won't see na in competition e ba. I know it is a nah, yes, a statement. Madam, I was here discussing. Within 6 minutes, I'll be discussing. We can talk and discuss. Shanya Makuna Walo, Hafina Paba, Walala, Mala, Never ada, never come low, never never come low, my bro, na mafi wo, make I get this one, me then know, it's a dame, no baby, yeah, mafi wo, bro, dame, no baby, yeah, mafi wo, so be. Crabio, it's the diamond of the bay. It's the young enough for me. Bro. There's a bro. Shasha. All right, okay. If you're just tuning in, it's your girl Baba Chuck Norris, bringing to you live from the Hot Digital Studios, the relationship show where we talk about love and life. And then your first time, so I would team ya. And welcome to the show. And thank you for also tuning in and listening to me. So don't go nowhere. Within a few minutes, I would read the stories that we have for tonight and then share our opinions and then our advice and our experience, as I've said. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. Anytime I'll be pony beer on your dial, you should know it's the relationship show coming to you live in Calais. But before anything, in our expectations of Daddy Lumba coming to London, not just London but the UK, 6th of May is around the corner. We have 1 month, 4 days. No, 1 month, 5 days actually to be precise. And we can't wait. Until tickets are head to the Ghana Music Awards website. That's right, www.ghana.co.uk, not tour tickets. Tickets are fast selling and fast going. Men chain till the last minute. And then you pay the and then Friday, no. It's the main this kind of 60, 80, 120 pounds. If you salary nako to or tickets for Daddy Lumba. And don't forget saying Daddy Lumba and come because it's a very powerful packed show. We have Samini, my lover boy, Samini would give you a show for days. And we have Coffee in Tea, so coming on live. Sana Yaya Legend, Yaya Michael Jackson, Daddy Lumba. And looking at all these three artists and they are powerhouse. You don't want to miss it. Like on the set of May, if you're not at the Lighthouse Theatre Camberwell, then I'm sorry, you're gonna miss out a lot. And if you don't want to miss out, and then quickly can walk home tem na yen tem na call www.gmauk.co.uk. Not so with tickets in tem tickets on air call. Na set of me I yanko shimo the Lighthouse ewa Camberwell yenji and because of a night and a day to remember. In about 1 minute, no, I'll make it. Topic now. It's not just even a topic, but me reading. Yes, a stable story. Wherever social media, and then we can discuss. And then what do I do? Share about because yes, it's standing quite a problem. Yeah, to say relationship, a high in story no bro for me kind of but from one by one me kind we are na fe in church me wo ho na tree na me de aba na fe more adventure we experience no we football because story no yes standing here a football into the story no na ye dia twitter and then we can actually advise our sister on it and so don't go nowhere, stay right here.
Warning number one, spanking you too much. I'll do it to recover it. Or do people second no member. I was a
okay, it's 9:40, it's 20 minutes to 10. And you know, maybe I'll be reading a story. But before that, you know, if you're just listening to me and tuning in today, it's your girl Baba Chuck Norris bringing to you the relationship show, Love and Life. Aha, you do adore and como and your don't issues are the way our relationship move. And then puno say a friendship because we'll delve into so many different aspects of relationship. Na ya keka ensem ni a church a dwan to adwen e de aboa ye ho ye ho. It's your first time I'm at say would me and menko baby your Facebook Live, your YouTube, so you can actually tune in if you want and I say won't pay any distraction on the video. You can actually watch us on Facebook Live as well on Hot Digital Online. All right, meet share me tea phone so once again. And then story now about the diamond I say we drew kakra if I cannot type a title on love issues. And your love issues, not on the title, but maybe it's quite a lengthy story. Into the message say, "Ube pay attention, kaka." Me so me to me bo. Na me reading it one by one. Me we are na fi 3 months church we mono. E dey atu jana fi 2. Yes, stand for. Okay. It was say the story goes. I say I did it only once, but I'm scared he will find out. Yeah, she didn't tell cause whatever she did once, or you're scared, so be finding out. Maybe if I wasn't lonely and yearning for affection, things wouldn't have gotten out of hand. I'm not trying to blame anyone for my choices. All I'm saying is that although everything that happened between us was consensual, I would have been able to resist him if I hadn't been in a vulnerable place. This is what happened. Listen. Last year, my boyfriend became busy all of a sudden. Phone calls became infrequent. And text messages started to feel like SMS alerts from network providers. I became worried. We had been together for 4 years without growing tired of each other. So why was it happening now? Is there a new girl in the picture? Is she the one you are giving all your attention to? I asked him. My boyfriend told me there is no one else. Do you think I'm like you? I don't go about flirting with people knowing very well that I am in a committed relationship. Of course, he had to go there. Let me take you further back. 2 years into the relationship, there was a guy at my workplace who confessed that he had a crush on me. I told him I had a boyfriend and tried to put some distance between us. Here lies the case where I work at the same office with the guy. How much distance could I have put between us? I tried to be friendly so things wouldn't be awkward between us. But the guy made things very difficult. One day, he texted me saying, I know you have a boyfriend, but can you tell me you love me? It will calm my heart after all the rejections you've given me. I felt bad for him, but I didn't love him, so I couldn't do it. When my boyfriend found out, it didn't matter to him that I tried so hard to cut the guy off. He said I was entertaining him. It's not easy to completely ignore a work colleague, but I did it to save my relationship. Despite that, my boyfriend never let the issue go completely. That is why I wasn't surprised when I asked him why he was unavailable all of a sudden, and he brought up the issue again. He said he had no one else, but nothing about his behavior changed. I started to feel lonely in the relationship. All I wanted was a little affection and someone to talk to. I have friends, but everyone is busy living their lives. I couldn't burden them with my emotional problems. Besides, I'm not one to talk about my problems with others. That's why I'm hiding behind the shield of anonymity to do that there. Anyway, somewhere in November last year, an old friend of mine reached out to me. He had just returned from military training. After catching up, he said, Queen, I have always been in love with you. I just never had the courage to come forth with my feelings. I told him I was in a relationship and he said, I know. I asked your cousins and they told me you are not single, but I have decided not to give up on you. He kept worrying me that we should at least meet. This was where my loneliness got the better of me. I caved and invited him over. I always believed myself to have restraint, but after a few touches, I gave myself to him. I regretted my actions the moment he started thrusting, so I asked him to stop. He stopped and apologized, but I told him, you don't have to be sorry. It was consensual. Apart from that military guy, my boyfriend is the only man I have been with. I guess a part of me was curious to know if sex felt the same with everyone. And when he started and I realized it was the same, I asked him to stop. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to justify my actions in any way, only that I regret them. I don't talk to my military friend anymore. The last thing I want is for my boyfriend to find out about him. Knowing him, he would never let it go. For the past few weeks, he has been asking me to tell him if I had done anything against him. I always tell him, no, I have done nothing. A few days ago, he told me, my uncle said before we get married, I have to take you to the place in my hometown to check if you ever cheated on me. So if you have done it, let me know before it gets there. Prior to that, he sent me a Facebook post about a woman who cheated on her man. His caption was, the day I found out you did something like this, it's over between us forever. Despite all our problems, I love him so much. I don't want to lose him, but what if he insists on taking me to his hometown before we get married? I am terrified. What do I do? Ooh. This was a lengthy one. If you are just joining me, I just read our story for tonight. But story is not even just a story, and the whole thing. Let me just give you our question for tonight. The question is, why do men find it difficult to forgive women when they cheat? But then when men cheat, they expect us to forgive them. Why? Adana den say mema. Say sebi ye mo man no fam chia. E very difficult say mo de be che man or ba ne ho no promise kwa so onye bioma. E na very difficult say mo de be che. But say mo mo ye dia mo pacho mo pese ye de che mo. Aso aden ne tesa. Anyway, say I feel na wo tuning na me read the story na we me born to fa wo twi mo acheche mo kakra kakra. It's yes sister no. Na or say on the boy we can worry your boyfriend that fear on baby worry relationship. O me date 4 years in ye. na for the last couple of months no boy and I are very distant, not month I say no for a year. Boy and I are very distant on freebium, on show affection, on and our messages to say MTN alerts once a while, not aba. And then like network provider, sorry to mention MTN. Once a while maybe I was checking in now. So she got lonely. Oh, relationship, a lot of marriages require relationship be brave, you know. People are a lonely woman. The first when you be and as more title say, oh, meaning doesn't mean you can't be lonely. Especially in a way you a Juma will take the best of or partner and say when you're intentional. Now or partner when you're intentional, I won't say not at the one space about them. But yesterday say she felt lonely because not the boyfriend and communicated as before. Now 2 years into the relationship, no, some working colleague be they work together in the office. Man, a guy in a pen, a guy in a hand several times. But because open a boyfriend in or catch any boy and say or catch any working colleague and say or boyfriend into when you're interested in the relationship. But the boyfriend find a chat no on the phone, so obviously. But which clearly shows the one year when they did boy in on, but boy no into walk a baby no up or they are 20 so say be a 1 hour flight to now you say anyway. Fast forward to baby was why lonely no. Well your bar now sometimes, especially yeah man, I'm speaking for women, as I said, radio no, make program no. I'm speaking for women a lot. Into Mrs. Tess, me yeah, more support say na muntie because I quite me voice. Mama bet na ha am I shouldn't be the only voice. I need your experience and more support. But nonetheless, also she got lonely in the relationship. So when the bema will not bema make any effort on frail, on show affection, or more attention. Maybe I once a while no be send a message. Obviously, so before for our life, or more that basic necessity now. Automatically and emotionally, you would actually fall into the person's prey. So this is what happened. Yes, I started saying the boyfriend had any idea. No. Now down for be free military service buy. No who not check. And I'm down for the cash so what penny the dada but not on me in country no. But I feel away free military be you know. Was some or gather up the courage to tell her so open. Now pen or pen no. Oh, and yet one cast open a for even you was what penache. And I lady Nicatan so our boyfriend and now I repeat, our boyfriend or relationship no. Now relationship no woman no. And I'm not on the relationship no woman no pen a boy in the past, so she's not ready to cheat. And our boy is own name, but also he's not ready to give up on her. So one thing led to another normal casana one day girl also invite a boy in the money banny fee. Or by fear, you know, she was trying to be strong. Mind you, the girl was in a vulnerable place because the boy man attention won't show that kind of relationship love, you know. So now down from the boy no woman attention now there, no. I say boy neighbor also so one thing led to another now. Boom. Patrick to me but I say boy ne or also want to pen okay say own jai. One or kai said the oye no enye into own jai to say omo sebi na danfo na okwa ne wamba eno mutwa so o mutwa so ewie ama boy ne kwa aka so ye sorry which means boy ne na enye da keke na opeso na da only lady ne da openo but at the end of the day lady say because of the boyfriend into no oja on the boy no feel bad instantly she regretted the action into no on the guy ni any incommodie bi mo ne nkasa but just a few days ago after that incident no the boyfriend ne buy so person worry no. Now before be worry no, ono ne boy ne uncle say, "G or the girl ne ba omukrom." Meaning baby omu free to be precise, but omukrom no. Also moko baby. Baby ne minim one boss say baby ne whether I say shrine say den you. Now baby omu be kono sa girl ne cheat on boy ne da omu be hu no omu buso omu cheat like emma ain't cheat wo omu so. It's no moko na we cheat dia na just say a bay over for good. 19 why be sana on country no. The lady na e dey aba say onye den because oshu e na oye ne one time so pay. One time no so no. Nipa ko no ne yesa no omo enwie. Enjoy feeling bia because she said she even wanted to feel say bia sebi so only before I have sex. Is it different? But the feeling was the same. You know, man guy no. enti no or sisi an onye den on kan no kwenche boy na se ondi nechi enkoku mu hono mu nkɔhwɛ adekude a ebepie efrim aso ɛyɛ wa ankade na wo bɛyɛ issue we die it is a issue but enye issue biasa because but metie mo response now aside all of that maybe sa anadwo enyumewe say aden and they are very difficult for men to forgive their women so much cheating on them and but a ma they say a man cheating on a ma omo pese de che omo e koye say oba cheating on nikunu and as a boy pet the men cannot take it why let me know let me hear from you and then advice be my sister and so young family. Hello, good evening.
Hello, me yaba na what say?
Hey, na me ado me ho ye na wo so.
Na ko pado.
Eh, pa so we ni baby akase fe na die me nya Obama na frɛ me.
You did the mami ya.
Mami ya. E pa so wutie story na me kan ye no.
Ah, me tie.
Okay, nti me pa so wadwen kyerɛ wo ho eye den.
Me tie na takra me kan say. Oba no me no dia anka me kan kro na metwa so. Because first na no wa betray boy no already.
We betray boy no.
Ah, because so say some ko ni krom honum na. Omo be ya mamrama ba mi ebe show say nipa no wa fa permanent ana defa.
By man no say before be ware no omo busim bibi wo ho we say on odene ko
Eko, it was the Nipa. Or the no, and I was to me, the boyfriend, soldier, near or the night. And
there be it's my main boy, no, the boyfriend, no. We not on figure no bear one. You want to remember my yarn, so ABR, almost will be an all man attention. On friend or friend, and now get on a year lonely, bear 1 year, will be some when a dance and a dance. Or on cash in channel, was a it's not down for so genuine a buyer. No, curtains open. What's a bad dear? It's a day, ma. Who can answer will be my attention, will be the my attention. I won't say, Kakana foul, I found you. Oh,
and your man, but no credit, I did the whole. Yes,
it is sad about on a guy or guy in a buyer no more Cassan guy in Sunimono. What guy in yes or nene better on any diet, but on we or day or yeah, as on any better, no guy's own diet. On person back to our subium because on person any boy any bonny. And what's that one time they pay?
Send us to Lana or ma, the boyfriend who saw more a breaky cry. Now,
on the Debbie don't ma boy who saw.
You tell me for crying, said the person na Minianum Ketua or more. Say almost a relationship, but some can be true or mutum kakra.
Okay.
There, when it Bema or when it comes to our reno, Bema no, I no more try mano a waste dear because our reno Bema not drumudon, and not who our rena dear. Easy, so what I say. It you know they will try you means be dear. Oh, papa, but obet hide the baby no or try our wound or a swa obet done at Reno. So what I say. It's Obano, maybe won't send up Berman or try no. But say one to say Yamis throw away more. I don't think say obey Jana drink cross or my way not quiet one one a yibi cry. Na, I mean, what just a cow crown who entertaining the panel in the brother. Because don't penny a crammer don't pay the so or monko.
Let's ask you, how they are here, but I'm person say one saying it's born in buena. Now I don't know, the beer was so young, almost trying. I don't know, man, the beer was here called trying.
I see Beman a choir warrior, Beman almost a man our race, dear, but Beman no, and ever war ban. And now, buy broadcast or bow, prayer once. Now Beman so what I say. It's Beman no, and I ever worry. It's in a woman, a person who need power, no, able to start. A control no who nipa ban obo okrampa obetim this esika to ho na wo try obo so betimi e de abufuo bi obeye niam bi ye abufuo bi na wo dey try so what you say it's ye e fen say na ma for ma ban obo no so ma omo any da ho no mu say o be ware dia na wo hu nipa ba ko e wo wakwan mu dia no matter what is Trust na juani ehwe nipa no
okay
na e ma no kra ma yes ma no nye no na wo se be ma no pay attention say mo wa aware na be ma no tu kwan kakra bi kra na me so timi tina you
into 1 year one whole year now attention
ni na ni say ye ma yes that's all nipa no yes ara na wo mpe na what catch no chaso
okay
trust why you can move on as say we no the same time so me one you be na say no akoba say so oni no call baby oni no call say as far as na be man no oni ne to oni dey e be show so wa fanichi then you won't trust okra
okay it's on kind of crane won't trust so
on kind of crane won't trust until say I don't know this how can na be man no atina say na
be man say on fan say o find out be say on fan check
to pa on the on country no nchire no say any dia on fan pa bonta say any dia e be ba any dia so e be ko why
okay all right
if you know next time no and na woni be me bia to no so on free one relationship man fa na ni nkwohwe ba bia
okay
why
all right okay
na me
that's it
and that's it
all right thank you okay all right and if you're just tuning in now it's a relationship show brought to you by Baba Chuck Norris. So we'll miss a story now. If you just miss a story I read, and then your topic now, it's why don't our men forgive cheating? When the woman cheats on a man, why is it difficult for men to forgive? But then when they do cheat on us, they expect us to forgive. Story now, me read you know, they did no story no media toja. So. One cow be then will be the boy nichi amama komokrom. And I'm asking one more question. Why should it be say obande pet na? It was say okokrom no question we cheat here. I don't need tuning in. Cheating says why is it not for both of them? Why should it be for the woman? But anyways, me see my dream straight. If you are just joining me now into your story and so then my wrapping it up in a question form. I just want to know why it's so difficult for men to forgive their women when women cheat on them, but say when they do it, they want us to forgive. Why is it so? You're just tuning in. It's the relationship show where we discuss love and life and surfing. So first time I meet. Thank you for tuning in to Tomato. It's your girl Baba Chuck Norris, the one and only. UK, if one tour tickets are run to www.gma.uk.co. Not tour tickets. Payday was Friday to when today is the first. By now, no, you still have your payday money. Men, this don't wait to the last minute because tickets may be shoot to a show. And one said that but the Ghana Michael Jackson and on bar London and also UK for the last 10 years. The first show in London is 6th of May, which is a bank holiday. The show started 4 o'clock now, 11. You can't miss the show. Daddy Lumba, our legend. Samini, Miami Lover Boy, and Nakufimti. Sana Juno Crano. Say, wouldn't you boy, wouldn't you Mrs. Moon, no man. The whole family can come, apart from in Kolai, or say babysit your money, any baggies for a. But then again, with teenage daughter, with teenage son, because that Lumba is for all. Or Bonyomo Ubia, that Lumba money. Samini, so my great performance. This is he's a showstopper. And you don't want to miss that show. And I Finti from Rakia to, why you like there's a lot of tunes I will say you have to catch up on. And a man do sikanina. Payday na bano. Tisikana to this for £60 no or £80 120. Yes, sir. What train last minute now price na double because you're gonna Michael Jackson and I will say I'm an fair. Anyways.
Don't know me, don't. Yeah, no, me, do me, oh,
Safina will join me and I said, would tune in the story now, me can yes, sister, not some can If you're just tuning in, I can actually repeat it now. Why didn't share because she needs our device. One and a boyfriend and then apparently they are not married. Almost dating for 4 years. Now, boy need giant attention for about a year or say communication became very dormant. I say, boy need show any affection, no attention. Once someone was sending a message, or friend and near her near. So she became very lonely. And I'm going to say a man, so I'm not making any excuse. But when I'm saying a man, yet here, say, oh, or bow on the kuno, and I say you want, but usually a man they are allowed once they feel like, some keep you into, 2 to 3, don't mean piano, but bow for your penasa, for your problem. So the assistant say the boyfriend name and attention, or none of them for be or your military guy be bad down, and not guy and say open. Wa penache but no untimenka I feel now what me I can't actually know. Now it happened say they had a sexual encounter one time that sexual encounter no say no we or say guy that's stay 1 2 3 and no so because of a boyfriend and a guy and apologize in so on a guy need jai kasawa block a guy no only any relationship with the guy whatsoever. But I was saying a boyfriend about to see say boy nana or woman attention name bibiano. They've been dating for 4 years. Let me just for context. Boy needs to say I was so worried now. Ne uncle say I was so the girl ne bat ni chrome. Obu chrome honum no baby. Say girl ne cheaty just to find out say girl ne cheaty on him that na so we cheating on him that yeah obviously they can't get married. And on also say I'm pass a girl na funny cheater. And the own worry. Now, so maybe, sir, why should it be said, girl, and Kwan, and also cook more questions with cheat here? I'm because it's always like, I'm not even speaking about the feminism aspect, but too much pressure is being put on us as a ma. Bibia was on Obana, you could through the test. It was so Obana, you say, I think. In a year, nipa. And Puno, so we did Bible from Genesis now be see New Testament now. What I mean Genesis like yes Christ be woman, all things were changed. Was a son commandments me now my one greatest commandment, which is love your neighbor as yourself. Internet se moja na ewo emema mu na bia na wo ye man ma, why should it always be said, oh, a woman is supposed to do this, and a man was so you say ritual na was some kwaya mo ba no omu tu ni omu ntimenye intimi finance se be man so for ba ni chida aden. Why should it be said it's only the woman that has to prove her faithfulness? Why can't them both prove their faithfulness? Aden no be man so intimi prove say, oh, all the 4 years now I was faithful. Why should it just be the woman? I don't get it. But me futu to me yes stand say me be anka we nya ware no it's not a dude or die affair. Unyanko mu de unse unko mu de to me, there's no need to follow him to the village and I say new crew no mo which here opa kind of credit share no. And then if knowing him from the story you can also on fanche you move on and then find somebody obeti me and then no abobra, because already or more silent treatment within the relationship more area it's going to be worse. So we start seeing red flags now. Any red flag you see and that's any negative thing you see from your partner, no, it doesn't change them when you get married. It actually amplifies it. Marriage does not solve problems our real way and solve a problem. It amplifies the problem because it gets tougher. Into if Cecilia na or Felice he's already insecure about you cheating, now it's going to be a warrior. You also said say you did it one time, let it go. Let it go. You will definitely find someone. There's no pressure anywhere. Let it go. You would find another person, and the person that is for you, would come. 4 years, no, is a lot, but I know what's me. First worry 25 years, great guy. So it's better to have a failed relationship than having a failed marriage. A relationship required. I'm not being harsh, but this is just my utmost truth. If say the test is going to be for both of you, you better say boy any cheaty and also cheaty, no problem. But I don't see why it should always be at the expense of a woman to prove their faithfulness. Why are a member they are not held accountable? Why should it be so? So if you're just tuning in and you missed, my question was, at then as a member, a match cheating on more is very difficult for you to forgive. Why is it so difficult for men to forgive their women when they cheat, but expect women to forgive them when they cheat on us? I'm listening. I'm waiting for my men to tell me the reason why it's very difficult for you to, let go or forgive if your woman cheats on you. Properties or and if you want to make the best investments in assassin at 9 internet so when you was be now person to assassin Ghana and now when you're sure open litigation free land won't pay as I say issues bia developed area with good prices are Rehoboth properties for say or more land for sale or Yarefa and a Yimensa. So when Yarefa and Yimensa, I think they will do Wakwan, so do Yimensa or Yarefa develop it very quickly. You know, if you have the finances not open sale and also you want to invest in properties, then look no further than Rehoboth properties. I must say, if you want to call Havens, I mensa Danfa, or more West Courts, or Yarefa, and open sell for or Monswa, or more number, 07917 376631, 07917 376631. Almost say build your dream house and on a litigation free land. If you also want them to build a house for you in Swambe, if you be trusted, no. With Usika, they can actually also do it for you, and there's no limit to the land you can buy. They have a lot, so you can actually purchase any size I will pay. Half plots $12,000, $12,000. So they buy pounds more. In fact, it's about £11,000, and a 70 by 40, and more. One plot for $22,000, which is going to be about £21,000. And you know, if you have long-term payment plans available with the Havens, we need to send every month piano. You want to put £1,000 down towards the land and property now. They do payment plans. After we dream real opportunities, after now we dream with your phone home because your phone now be the akum never mind down one day. If you are a Juma, the news kada hako top properties nintino. Open dokunwa. It is a sauce as you china. I about a fear flavor now. Then the kinky house, Viva Afrique, or more Leighton, almost says a open document so what to say with the document now. Umini Munawa Sambo, super must be a good so dear. Kinky house, Viva Afrique for say they are open for you. Or be Tuesdays to Friday, excluding bank holidays and weekends. Now, if you want to contact Kinky House, it's 020-8555-1222, 020-8555-1222, or more ebema document. So be the document some want so. The Adam documents near am you so how we are the bidi. Edia Juma den so akako boy a brana. Na is opepuna, yes, a by season, opegana yam papa. Puna yam na te se obi mu so se mu yelo ni mu achi and they say open in so no so kwefi mu a obenya so nice grocery shop e 39 Balaam Street so fresh puna yam a box £30 a for box no to it's dey be award 10 pieces, 12 pieces. It's an imagine you're getting a whole box of yam for £30. It will last you for a long time. It's so nice for say. You can find them at Plus Store, 39 Balaam Street, E13 8AB. And I sell it to me from on 074 666 15829 074 666 15829. You will want the Freda lights for super so to Quanko Ghana or the Bia Opeso Kubiano or my express Ghana visa and passport. Into no look at British passport now per visa and from the Ghana embassy and as a Ghana High Commissioner, they are very quick at giving you that. There is no struggle at the time. I was watching not delayed flight Bia no Freda lights force they got you. Or more good fares for British Airways, fares to Accra, Christmas, Easter, summer, peak seasons, you know, they got you. I in just summer air bar area, yeah, the movie time ahead. We know, sir, it's getting to summer. It was to be bring a bit to climb, baby fee, and it's summer to know a long vacation. So that's when you want to take a trip with the kids. For the lights they got you, or may payments plan for the flights as well. Or birth certificate, or PCR certificate, BBB or pair, and you're Ghana Honia man. For the lights say they got you. Or for the lights for 020 761 93843. 020-761-93843. And also some person from a mobile number 079-3965-6111. 079-3965-6111. Or more 57 Stroud Green Road, Finsbury Park. In North London. And I say you want to just go them to them or more Finsbury Park. I think so. Man. say they got you covered on all your carpentry works, with door fixing, open so hang baby, now want me hang with wallpapers, will act, be no ENJ handyman said they got you. Omuye bibia kama. Into the wooden floors, open so okay, your kitchen, cabinets, wardrobes, bibia, you have this state of the art taster, and you're for ENJ handyman. They are available anytime, any day. Omo holiday, say emergency be not me for Omo. It was 0743 2402 117. 0743 2402 117. And you go say if you're just joining me, it's your girl Baba Chuck Norris, me there, the relationship show and the Bremo Mondays 9 to 12. So one day, na bank holiday. So most of my so am abonte no mo bana mo betia na fe mo demo suggestions no experience so abrem me man me pa macho me twen mo as I asked the question say why is it so difficult for men to forgive their spouse and some partners, especially a man no say if omuchi na say cheat ya, why is it so difficult for them to forgive? But then again they expect us to forgive them easily, so much cheat you answer. I just want to know that because let's start the story no. It's not because they are your banting me dinichi, but as a woman, emotionally, so Obama ain't new for you, and Obama making it emotionally unavailable, like it affects you a lot. So no matter how sometimes maybe I'll be showing you, and I say you would fall into the hands of into no. Make sure say million man, mo be catch me, didn't see a fam with here. A young jam with me fancy. But when you be a chimney, my patrol, no my sanko, my patrol, more expensive the betchemo. Intimate chains. I feel I will tune in, and then me that's a baby, men call baby.
Spanking you too much. All you with to break oju fruit one. Sekono memem. Ayana waso muti. Anya sasi sonia. Na senina mu. Anja na bibia toast. Oh bibia toast. I come true. My true. So not just here. My card on your wall.
Riding in on the village, this is it. Riding in on the village, riding in on the village, me baby, me village, me daddy. Riding in on the village, this is it. Riding in on the village, me baby. Riding in on the village, me baby, me village, me daddy. Riding in on the village, me chilling, me village, me daddy. Riding in on the village, me baby, me feeling, me baby, riding me now, me feeling, me chilling, me feeling, me dead. Riding me now, me feeling, me baby, me feeling, me baby. Riding me man, it feel like the first time. Now me tell you, I'm said the last time.
So many so I hear me, oh my favorite. Hey, Yanti Wadan Kaisa, Wajana Dafu Ababi, Emjamian Sana Bay, I in a muso crumpo upon me, Kaisa body no be firewood. Anka bedi min China sapa Mama Fanny's and Fiamians Now Rawa Bakumi Meto many and Toby anymore Mini will be a just a day and a bro Nama Vivo
If you just tune in, as a relationship show, Love and Life, the question for tonight, it's already out there. It is, why is it that when men cheat, they expect men to forgive, but it's very difficult for them to forgive men when they cheat? And I remember, if you're just chilling and you didn't hear that, then it was just about a lady who is asking for help, and she's torn between what she should do. She cheated once on her boyfriend, and her boyfriend is insisting that before we go or get married, we need to go to my village for my uncle to perform a ritual to just see whether you've cheated on me before or not. And if you have, I'm actually going to leave you. Here is the case. The lady as she knows she's done it once, but obviously the guy is not going to forgive. So she's asking she should go to the village, or she should just say the truth. I have given my opinion on that already, but may change a mem, and I'm still waiting for a mem and more opinion as well, because it's a idea. Growing up and answer with I didn't understand me who the entire I know say you were hierarchy, and I say this patriarchy Many look say a men are more superior than women, obviously, but times have changed. Even in the Bible, no, it changed. We are all human beings. Internet Yankopon can say you love your neighbor as yourself. That's the greatest commandment of every commandment. It's a dear I see a dear what I know then what the young kwa or sha a year. And my question 8 to 9 is a man at then I say a man a family chan I say a man a family chair. Very difficult for most them will be forgive and as some of the beche. But say momo konye dia more expect to say the chemo very easily without any, most of them idea. Let's move on. Saying why is it so? Why should it be so? Because yes, sister not send me here and me media two job that I can't say. So far as I know, I don't think because already said there's so many red flags. Now I really ain't solve a problem. Yeah, mu dating crown or my dating 4 years or mount some sort of affection. Everything has started going left for the last 1 year. On few. Or my attention, no matter how busy somebody is, they always have time for what they want to have time for. When you pay bill where we are see, say or pay bibia, they make time for it. There's no excuse whatsoever because why you're so busy, you can't reply to text messages, you can't call. It's not and yet a year. What's here then? Say relationship or yes, or why should you even go ahead and bother yourself to get married? All in the name of say, okay, you want to get married. Our way now, so who call our way ma? Our way, and it's a sunny power, and it's a sun subine, it amplifies subine. Said, only Bacono subine bonnet at that. Now, I will be a chewa, Johnny, you will name Paboa. The true me keep be I want to be that. Bible used to well be on cause I run or can flee. So, who to say, Ube Johnny, I wish you with she because. Regardless, mind you, there is somebody out there for you. No matter what it is, there is somebody there for in everybody out for you. If a relationship is not really working, you're tied to it because you want to get married. I don't see the need because it wouldn't go anywhere. And it's better to have a failed relationship than a failed marriage because marriage is already hard. Marriage is a difficult institution. It takes a lot of learning, growth, forgiveness to deal with marriage. It's a one yet matured emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Now, okako area and Gary and beans. It's an ipakone you so my bonnie at short that our relationship now. Why do you want to go ahead and marry? Why? My sister, do not go to that village. In the nation, Opa cannot question. Break off the relationship and move on. I know it's easier said than done, but regardless, whether he finds out or he doesn't find out, obejao from the indications now, and I said, man, I will catch the oil, obejao, and we should stop making excuses for people. Because me even go far and me send me impo. Yeah, so when you're busy, you want 1 or 2 people we always want to make time for them regardless of the situation. It's in a way very important to someone. They would always push your emotions and your needs first. So my dear sister, flee, run away from that relationship. It's not going to be the end of the world at all. All right. So I'm a chain man, I'm a mature. Maybe sir. Say at then it's very difficult for a man say, yeah, you cheat you on one, it's difficult. Some of the better may change now the margin training more experience. That's why then I bring him same with you. And when you come in, me my sisters and Mrs. Tama wafra watch them and argue. It's in the may change more pan.
Never come love, my in your love. Hey, hey. Bro, now my feel hey. Make I get this one, I don't know. It's a dame now, baby. Yeah, my view.
Mate.
All right.
Now, mommy, when you winning from the beginning.
Daddy, I didn't meet you. But all right.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Patrol me kasa.
Good evening. Batchmate kasa.
Okay, me patrol wodi ni be o kasa free.
Ayo. If me Mr. Champo.
Mr. Champo, okay. Patrol would say in common me the two jano.
Patrol beti in common.
Okay. Before then, I'm me bisa question but at then I remember it's very difficult for me say a man from which here won't me fan but some more fight here more expected the channel instantly.
Question beside you. Like I said, age-old question, which is a question other heart. Yeah, not saying painting. Your father say, "Oh, in my pet, today now, oh, Bema, who feels a bit by a night or bad it." So, and in fact, when you say, you say, a mad, said you, my full mother. The mobile yawu per year, a member bit me other daw. Now said you or no I have any way with you. So the same way with Mema for dear. Bema the only any baby for no be who know. I made a chino, Emma, the condo among the square the any class of Yana, Emma Queen. Now the same way now, a man no study must a mafia modern the Baba Sumuno, and not a day, and none so Emma Obiam Hopano. The Bema no ever said Bema no enya obi a ho na ni kusia Bema na Bema no so say oh we dey me so oba we makini na kaka menya no ana so me ne simini na ho a de bia na ma obo ho ban set me be ya obi fu process ni pasa na da na sa kasa de no anye dey ma ema me we ni dey way with you it's Bema bia e pride himself with oba said the not more than won in the ho a say oh by way there Bema be can have way with them some Bema one yeah na yan time ma me applications because obi applications that means usually yeah na I see that say or asset or need decided mostly what I say and also do all plan to said you or no asset of pesa that ever first ni ba na susana ni asset na nyaji so they now can say obano or starting with my colleague you know so that my colleague you know in where you know a class of pen and all that. I don't say some way, no. That's it. When Kaushe, the Cocoban, you start them up right from the beginning. anka etimi kolidi on emma be man who text message because on fa say oba dey flirtation. Secondly, so oba no say na more dey say on say oni so the new baby bia anka when you go to the new man na man dey say because kuma there were so many artists places for everything be man akọ da say nyeta wo mi say e bia akọ so be ana no so be say bia we say ate o fa say o so man say na say o fa so he dey wo ma and so we guys say o me o fi na nye dey only me have that close time because say can you any say no say is there any petrol there so dey no time say dey when me say no so and so na be see you know the kobasa no say wo oba no ma no kwa sa na then no to find it outside no be disappointed because no feel say you try to enjoy and say oba say be na jumo dia be ma be anything have the way with them. It's in no who want to nyaje or no who they do regardless of no them and no ye what I say and you say woman who can start to start to see not to say in this case oba no be no say bibinia let's say on next year say by mistake no ni hwan ni e say ni ko ye ya any ka o ye genuine sa no dey na o mo be ma no manye na be ma no so be wan be cheno o fan no be bubi o be dey o be bubi o no rather no I say akwe atema chinye because you all say the chefe Sebi. That be no a bit next to give. So they be detail say o ma on kwan e ma be ma bi ni wa juma. Na say no credit chowa. E be sense be because say the wa funya wo de. Sebi de wu ri pa no obi fofo so be ta de ono no e be bro de ono di cha ba e no so dia. We say say de esa we no. E ti sa ma no na me hu say emwa and oba no I think say I say he's not being answer on person be kind of factor no. And say joye no no woni so anya de dia ni bu ni say ma ne nche kodi be na ti ma ni fa ni ko be bia ma ni gwa se ko ba na say so no fu say dia wa ye no ya dia o ti ni se empo pina be ma ne dia enyo ni be ma ni tafo e ma ne try say be black okay obema be ma ni mo say
mami ncha one but mami more 3 highlights from the story I read because them say you attacking Obano in the sense that first of all, me kind was a boy any giant attention man, my boyfriend no. I get it cold for 1 year. Obi san said there Oba for like on tene ho be only obi wo ho nom. Na say nipa kon tene ho say aso no was oni woni ho. Wo friend na the kasa ye bosan on timi ni wundi nkomo. E woman was send a message back on like you can't tell me say this is a relation. I don't say one hour girl like this. I the other way around that. Same kind of would say, see a question. You don't want to say boy and say so. Be worry girl na or person worry girl no. But then again, ne uncle so on for girl name bro omukrum. No more be a ritual. Be no more say girl ne cheaty on the boy and da. Question that was this no. Girl no be because person an uncle and answer on kind of crane. But me answer my business. I don't know what said or banning kwan you quite say ritual. No man say we cheaty da. I don't know omutu no. So omutu no amokwa ware no. It's bear man no oba nya. I don't know say ritual no mom so. Okay, me wo fa na say no me no ma fam ho echi da. Why should it be only one person?
Yo, okay, that's it. So say the nika you were you know that I message be say. Firstly, any question oba no Edi saadi we see na ekoje ni da here. Ebi sa wo ha pa say bia ebi odi ni kontawa bi sa wo ha. Eni kwa sokoji ehun ni da. So for them man genuinely say abi a oni die no oni ne ho apa pa so ni ho a. So the democrat so u de bonya so nu na pa mu ka. Ni na gina the level of remorse of the show. What I say? But me no so me ba da waro na wo decide we say o tim. Next, yeah, sebi. I don't know find out. It's me there. Why is there? I don't know. It's you know, sebi niya. So Philip said, "That man open and pampa dia." And money in change because of the process of our real. Money in the money. Money for dealing with they will say, "Go to Kumu." Ebia, rich one of them. So you know, since you started the lesson, what does it? So Philip said, "I answer of the you just go to me a table card." Again, the next question about to say, what's it?
Mr. Ritual now,
ritual.
I didn't know what say your ban. I didn't know any mutu no.
Okay, so ritual no. me no be a me the because the man that do sit at also baba ware you and now no ma ware a conditional offer no the amount say our rena no ware no and condition that who madam what me a the senior for what me a the way ana ye dey any person na me no me wait na buta ba ma no olo say offer na the amount ba no a whole condition you so ba no so what me a no ana say anya mfa anya dey enye ya ana mpato de be what na obia enye de obia nya na fuyi mu ka so that party we be ye bed say ye ni o fe sama oba no eho na mom ye hu hia kese ni say oba no so no fini say oni be for dia on pay bu kan no na ma ni funyi na de ni ko na sana say be ma na pe ja na ka ho enye ka right so enye ko be ja na wa can't no now. So you go on paying glasses on Cacadia, or be up anyway. Okay.
Oh, I mean, that's the big breed and it. I mean, that's no, I drink sure. All right. Okay, thank you. If you're just in and the question, I'm be saying, I say, me sign with this story, Nibium, because I think, say, we are like, you're taking only one part of the story, and you're highlighting, you're focusing on just one part, but no. Maybe we this story. Ebium na fe yeti emunsem obi aya attack attack kasa de no ba ne yesa but we forgot what led to her making that decision as you can throw an action out there but you cannot determine how the person's reaction would be and so many times na ye nipa yesu ban etie say ye ade a ye ade no you expected some sort of response. No, you can't determine that. But then again, my main side and read the story from the beginning. Me kind of one they were brought from me to me bone my kind of one na fe. Yeah, share the whole, dissecting the year. Me empathy a bit standing on one side pay. Me church So this is how the story goes again. I say I did it only once, but I'm scared he will find out. Okay? From beginning, you're very important. It's mama chomonya suna muntie wonum ye. When a context in aiden a war. Maybe if I wasn't lonely and yearning for affection, things wouldn't have gotten out of hand. I am not trying to blame anyone for my choices. All I'm saying is that although everything that happened between us was consensual, I would have been able to resist him if I hadn't been a vulnerable place. This is what happened. Last year, my boyfriend became busy all of a sudden. Phone calls became infrequent and text messages started to feel like SMS alerts from a network provider. I became worried. We had been together for 4 years without growing tired of each other. So why was this happening now? Is there a new girl in the picture? Is she the one you are giving all your attention to? I asked him. My boyfriend told me, there is no one else. Do you think I'm like you? I don't go about flirting with people knowing very well that I'm in a committed relationship. Of course, he had to go there. Let me take you further back. 2 years into the relationship, there was a guy at my workplace who confessed that he had a crush on me. I told him I had a boyfriend and tried to put some distance between us. Here lies the case where I work at the same office with the guy. How much distance could I give or put between us? I tried to be friendly so things wouldn't be awkward between us. But the guy made things more difficult. One day, he texted me saying, I know you have a boyfriend, but can you tell me you love me? It will calm my heart after all the rejections you have given me. I felt bad for him, but I didn't love him, so I couldn't do it. When my boyfriend found out, it didn't matter to him that I had tried so hard to cut the guy off. He said I was entertaining him. It is not easy to completely ignore a work colleague, but I needed to save my relationship. Despite that, my boyfriend never let the issue go completely. That is why I wasn't surprised when I asked him why he was unavailable all of a sudden, and he brought up the issue again. He said he had no one else, but nothing about his behavior changed. This is it. He didn't even change. I started to feel lonely in the relationship. All I wanted was a little affection and someone to talk to. How is this even a relationship? I have friends, but everyone is busy living their lives. I couldn't burden them with my emotional problems. Besides, I'm not one to talk about my problems with others. That is why I'm hiding behind the shield of anonymity to do that here. Anyway, somewhere in November last year, one old friend of mine reached out to me. He had just returned from military training. After catching up, he said, "Queen, I have always been in love with you. I just never had the courage to come forth with my feelings." I told him I was in a relationship and he said, "I know. I asked your cousins and they told me you are not single. But I have decided not to give up on you." He kept worrying me that we should at least meet. This was where my loneliness got the better of me. I carved and I invited him over. I always believed myself to have restraint. But after a few touches, I gave myself to him. I regretted my actions the moment he started thrusting, so I asked him to stop. For those of you that don't know, thrusting is obviously pounding or banging a woman, so she stopped. Okay. I regretted my actions the moment he started thrusting, so I asked him to stop. He stopped and apologized, but I told him, "You don't have to be sorry. It was consensual." Apart from that military guy, my boyfriend is the only man I have been with. I guess a part of me was curious to know if sex felt the same with everyone. And when he started and I realized it was the same, I asked him to stop. Don't get me wrong. I am not trying to justify my actions in any way, only that I regret them. I don't talk to my military friend anymore. The last thing I want is for my boyfriend to find out about him. Knowing him, he would never let it go. For the past few weeks, he has been asking me to tell him if I had done anything against him. I always tell him, no, I haven't done nothing. A few days ago, he told me, "My uncle said before we get married, I have to take you to a place in my hometown to check if you've ever cheated on me. So if you've done it, let me know before it gets there." Prior to that, he sent me a Facebook post about a woman who cheated on her man. His caption was, "The day I find out you did something like this, it is over between us forever." Despite all our problems, I love him so much. I don't want to lose him, but what if he insists on taking me to his hometown before we get married? I am terrified. What do I do? So this is the story. Obviously, if the girl know what led to her trying to cheat on her boyfriend. Now, maybe can't that a relationship, and now we are a bit tricky because then obviously, I would say, kind of prayer now that it would not be justifiable, but regardless, it happened. Now, say relationship, no, obviously, with boyfriend and available. Now, I don't be available. To me, it even sounds like a plot. The guy has so many insecurities already. The insecurities are too high. And sometimes, me nim krobi as oba be worry, what's the idea about me koko say we cheating on you da. Now me be man the interest we cheating on me da. But as I said, we live in a patriotic a country or say many patriotic, like our culture and tradition, is so patriotic and it always favors men. I have nothing against that. But me uncle we we are not going anywhere. I will tell you I cheated and I'll move on. If you want to forgive me, forgive. But even knowing the person now, maybe do finding out who the guy is, it's even too difficult to be honest with him. And they always forget, in way if or also role or play for the girl to go and cheat. How can you be in a relationship and not communicate and make your woman feel lonely? Until no one kasa or until no one share ideas. Like, make it make sense. Obviously, she would find somebody else. I'm not saying the cheating is acceptable. She could have actually, like I was saying, and say it's over. I'm betting me a no could be on separate ways. But as I said, emotions, be any day we are, it's me handle the emotions. Now, same police we are, maybe sad and make question why should they go to boy in the room just to find out say girl cheated out. Anyway, there's a call line to my young fan. Hello, good evening.
Hey, good evening. I'm your number one fan.
Oh,
Around the cafe.
oh, yeah.
Where
Okay.
only last week, the mat test a boko na meetie. And me papa penny for me buy be defending and you know na they say me muscle. And I defense so my test a boko. Na and case say mad but won't be defended. But ye be about and a waba. Yeah. A young girl no uti program no.
Uti pa.
Catch her to say a boyfriend the other nancy for 4 years, you know. On funny kobe via you know. Memma a who near so become be no.
Ampa.
Oh, yeah, Uncle says to a boyfriend, Uncle says you know, on Franco Jare. Now, yeah, that's a window about travel for 4 years. That's a for 1 year. Friend now.
Oh, like woman attention.
Yeah, not feel say or feel say the girlfriend no or you're not poor now. Me say one who Africa, yeah, especially young me Kasama before Mema. Young Ghana for Mema, you see ma. Na me Muslim no. A ma me papa wo mo dos it be person of be bia BCC wo yeah enti no on no feel so on no ye den or ye wo friend den or hini a ya wo no on pe the baby ntina
I don't know.
Now no about wo da for 4 years therefore 1 year what can one not to me. Now, on the on the nine muscle. Now, 1 year, then a year. Now, so they call a drew so. Aqua bisa a year bisa. And no one no say a detail say a sister make a test baby. So a on worry wumpo and now dictator mawi. No be worry all day. And what they say a person will share trousers, Obeka to some man will share trousers in family. And I say, may you make up, and I may share eyelash, and I say, men could share a you friendly there, a Brazilian wig. No, yeah, catch and say you can bucket and bath. Often I say, in feel.
Yeah.
Ocasa, me quando a Ibema, a Yankopa Bono. Because here in Africa, man, you see ma. Now, if you move one casano, you do have sit down to allow this thing to happen. No, I wouldn't allow it.
My catcher, because
yeah, me and a bear man who said me the girlfriend they were for 4 years. Not so for 1 year on Fremia, and they not just young relationship level. And you can't tell this way the military, the one who has got the crush on her, no, if you go back to even leave this your friend, the bogus guy, you cannot keep this young girl your friend there on the fence. Now who the one in Nambo now who enjoy. Now who all worry who no be worry day. There are some no can decide. And you know, and this young friend this woman is listening. I can't say straight away. He should not even discuss this matter with him. You should tell him to just your friend again, take his bag and move on. Yeah, not find the happiness for 4 years. If you haven't find your happiness, when again are you going to find it?
Yeah, so yes.
Okay, or you were friendly there, you king of England. Precise the crumple who want how much more.
Me dance pa wa ko me dance bebre ni wa dwenche me.
Enti a man won't be defending what man. Because you do be now off program no only the meeting yard. Now we want to order for 4 years now and you be ma do every show who now on the nam no do jire ni Now obeba no or the restrictions are better so na or no ufi fan.
Thank you so much.
I'll keep listening. And if they don't come, I'll come back and fire more bullets.
Matse, thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, okay. If you're just tuning in, in the story I'm reading, and Madam Collins and say Madam Backup Nanswa say neon adventure. As I said, I've already told my sister my power show because marriage does not solve problems. Wow, we are young girl, be now with me, our way and solve a problem. It actually amplifies character. It is subaya and ipakoni be yini dikakra actual a war relationship no mono. Oko our way ma and there times 20. It's if I don't understand, let me say anyway. It's not a year, and I think say it's about time we have to stop putting pressure on us women. Yeah, man, especially from 29, 30. Marriage is not for everybody, regardless. But if you're yearning and now person warrior, and here you are, young girl, you have 3 people knocking on your door. Your boyfriend is not the only person that actually even likes you. Or all these conditions, I don't understand why we have to suffer for love. Love is not to be endured. Love is supposed to be enjoyed, not to be endured. Until be endurance, I hear Safana may break or test me. So I test me about me how I be feeling. We be feeling. Me know you be feeling the poto because me at the end of the day, we all test me on what? On what? We subine me yard shows. We subine me yard. Where is the test? If you can't pray to God for your spouse and you can't have the discernment to know who to settle down with now, please stop going around tested women. At the end of the day, Sandy hometown workers on gay be queen. Mrs. Maybe so. Mutu na mokwaya sa test no. So you mean they are fine. Now, how can you be in a relationship first of all, and then you go cold on me? I can't talk to you. Ube sending me text here and there. There is no affection. There's no emotion. Nothing. And then but now me cheating on you quite valid. Valid. I'm not saying it's cheating. No, it's not. I'm not supporting the cheating, but it's valid to be able to fall into that trap. No, and you be an idea will show you and you'll be able to share no also because, and it's not even the relationship. You are worried for be brave or what, or my worry, but they are very lonely. But you're so lonely because there is no emotional connection, there is no mental intimacy, there is no spiritual. Sex are routine like there is nothing substantial about our way, and it is about time say you jai sadina you endure because of mema, and I say because culturally means I need to settle down quickly. I am not sitting here being a feminist. But marriage is not the crown for it. It's not the end of the world. It's not an achievement. For lack of better words in the crown, it's such a difficult institution. If 2 matured people are not going on that journey, you would fail. You would fail. It doesn't take 1 person to do the work. 2 people. So if we see me in a relationship, now you're shelf red flag, new red banners, me patrol journey. That guy, that woman is not the only person in the world for you. There are over 8-point-something billion people in the world. There's one day out for you. It's nipakwana is how with emotions because ope so worry no, ope say you worry until no who ye be emano. No more worry for marriage. Because me no more worry 25, 30 years. Omunja mo yemo. Being I'm not sitting here condoning divorce and all of that, but as I said earlier on. A failed relationship is better than a failed marriage because marriage is hard. Divorce is even harder. So choose your heart. It's yes, start to wait here for now. Me to me, I don't even think you should say anything. He had already given you an ultimatum, say if cheat on him, if he finds out why you be sana, he will leave you. So if I were you, I'm not going to be terrified. I know you're thinking with your emotions, but look at yourself, look at your future, get out of the relationship, break up with that boy, and move on with your life. because he's not the one for you. Because say me penny feel so say obi ko worry just say me do come you crew my question so what for me chida and plan ben no say won't trust me then if there's lack of trust from the beginning and you're there's no need for us, there's no point for us in getting married because you're warrior me pie kwa na me kasa me kwa so make kasa man kwa sorry me kasa me ko ha kasa man ko it will create a lot of issues. You're not going to enjoy your marriage, my dear. So do not, I repeat, do not even think about settling down or even going to the hometown to do that ritual. It's not worth it at all. It is not worth it. And I have said, and I will keep saying it, there are over 8.5 billion people in the world, not million, billion. I don't know who made that statistics, but that's what the internet is saying per Google. You can, out of that billion, find the one for you. So why would you have to stick through thick and thin? And so fiction I was say, and now I really buy was so endure no. Nyankopon ba as endurance. It's a partnership that needs to be, as an institution, you need to have fun, you need to enjoy. And you find your best friend, you find your life partner, your purpose partner. When you're going through hard times, you have somebody there with you. When you're happy, you have somebody there with you. You are doing it together. It's a collaborated effort, not a single effort. And to know if you're going to be enduring your relationship, how is the marriage going to be? If your man cannot even put you first, and for the last 1 year, he's been very cold, he's been unattentive, he is not present, he is not supporting you, he is not speaking with you, or actually even talking to you, then why? 4 years is a lot of time, but it's not a long time. It's a short time for you to get your life back together. Simple with the 34, with the 35. If you meet a man that is intentional about you, a man can get married to you within 6 months. And that 6 months that wish and the patrono be treats you better, no, would be even better than any relationship you have ever come across. So why do we stay in relationships to endure and suffer? Why, my women? Adding. And was our we the no life able throw issues at us. That is when we need to support each other. But and yet there woo subain ebeye. And I don't we'll have to talk about it because it's coming up in another series because this marriage series be about and how I was say I'm specific on our because our will chrome hand no be brina me Ghana phone. And you're gonna phone quantity, but may come and chrome phone because and yet day. Our any chrome hand is nothing to write home about. Airtime. There is no connection, there's no emotional intimacy, there is no mental intimacy. And one is will be a corner of now, so I bet that one we are going to show you a together. To say, I ABC by signs, and your memory and baby not too quite Ghana. A honomuko release your stress. Why should it be so? Why should it be so? And a young man also no make a kneel and so soon was he put effort. Meaning say, and ye yes, sir, but he moved so high, ye suba, ye dodo. When ya bema pa, now so was so no, I any ye cry. Because our we and a jumon, and ye lala it's work. I quite a wood chain, hole, I would chain so far. And when I say weigh about 70 kg, and I say 150 kg crana. Say nipa back on a train waiting in a but then nipa back so. I was saying more drag, I was say you would drag it with ease. Into Miss Shemo. Me a man my wow, we moon so na. I say, am I in the we are not putting in the work for your husbands. Maybe what right, the number one fan is sound free. But my mama for no. Number one fan.
Hey, Baba, Masabu.
Wow, say I'm back at me.
Hey, Mamika Cindy. And say, the pedipee, be a Asama Wokano. Now, woman, 3 years. Say, Ababa, only military guy, not any yet, my office, ya, or some cobaya, if you do not udro be catch and say, oh, na me tell pa. And no the first thing, no, mountain in Mabano. We had so many crushes over girls. And as Africans, you know, most even girls have got more crushes over boys that because of young tradition, you know, they could not even go forward to tell them, say, hey, akwesi, ohuya mi fo na, mekawasem. It was a taboo. Na se utibini obema ekoshem pemu. Now, what tafre mo na odene robu nantem no so de ahyewu na mu di agro na wotimi aka tani se ni awoye no mani ni hunti jai na se se bema ne tini jai there. Now he is the best person for you because he am money pi sadly no say we 90% you will not stop. They will continue to do what they are doing.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. It you say okatre this guy na open asem adunti nkano. Odina ko shempem. You say this guy has been imagining the situation for so many years. That's the only opportunity, you know. Ultimate catcher they say jai, and jai, no. Or shan of one sister in a bag, you know, no coffee shop, baby. A guy, no one on the partner. Don't just you were friendly there. We are of say. You beat me the tea abo. You were friendly there. You were friend there. A tennis ball. Peda sem ko baby. So what the bema wo na say what the pa say what the no edusa you were friend there the point of no return. That's what you can say so nyai do jai there. Not just say the door or ma no. It be you baby.
Yeah, it goes beyond just your body. It go beyond you were friend there because you know worry for you no atra sadly many you know being young you know when you are young you know that kind of you know stop it you know it does not come into the equation. That's what to me stop there. I mean I raise my hat to him. Yeah,
come on. Yeah,
and he actually even apologized.
You know, remember, Obakulo the on dog in a crowd, unity not dream from tonight.
But so petty, and no problem. I say she's madly in love with a boyfriend, you know.
Oh, you all worry Upuna or the impediment to Quem. Now, Obewaru did the and you obey you are soon left, right, and center. In an Okabona money. And the uncle knows so funny red goose, you know, or no, then or yeah, from when he was one of them once a year, and you say, but women, you know, they are not were friendly there. They were doing things behind their back. Now, you will be Memon call a dubious, Memon casting the answer. On deleting the telephone number, creating the phone, so. No father, some calling
Matia, what's in the Mecca?
And yes, I offer the number, mammy, the best friend, my coffee, baby, or
boy,
also say, you were friend, a member with the fear or country me. No, Paco, no, baby, or the nurse and the far. Nini anu mane wo a fear on the sana yet
yeah, some member na dear, member some dear, oh, can't nothing. Me who they are make can improve, but
yeah, Baba, you see, Mano, especially you come for no. They need to make come other nationalities, but you come for the ACC4 and Quakrafo United and Colano Moda near Warawamo and Kola woman here that in penny. na wɔn ne nkwalaa wɔn kyekyere wɔn emiamia wɔn kɔ kapa yɛ sɛ wɔyɛ akwara bɔne ka wɔn ano tum mɛmɔ bɛrima ne sisi no ofi hɔ.
I can't, but anyway, yeah, should be obey from now because I mean, many doing was our issue. So, then again, you need me to.
Okay, give us a feedback because we hear me, papa. Me no to me diary mo.
Mate, definitely. But that's the brave from me. That's it. Okay, if you're just tuning in, it's your girl Baba Chuck Norris Midday, the relationship show where love meets life, and at the brim of this and every Mondays between the hours of 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. And if you're just viewing or just joining, welcome and thank you. So when you see a story now, I have actually given an overview, and I wanted to know the context of the reason why. Why is it very difficult for men to forgive their partners if they cheat on them, but they expect us to forgive them quickly? I don't understand. Yes, it's a story, not to to me, as I said, if it's me, this is my humble opinion. I would. It's so like it's easier said than done. But a memory be they make it look like they are doing us a favor by getting married to us. I don't blame them because that's what society has turned that. Oh my God, society has turned them into, the most important human beings or the most important creatures of God. It is so bema about brabo na so ibi amawa. Man look it say a privilege. So we cry bema ne babe ware, which that's not what God said. Nyakopon e bo bema ne oba no. Obo Adam na no share Adam kwa wo the Garden of Eden. Who's Adam? You're very lonely. It was okay. Mamin Kriti or banka Adam. Now, on being a helpmate. Helpmates, no, so many times, and I think our men get it wrong. It doesn't mean that we are slaves to you. Helpmates and just say, and I will be treating kukum, and I will say, we see me, mamma. Now we say, now we care, nani, pinyama bema. No, the helpmate was the purpose of living life, doing life with someone. Because when we say Adam on Kwan, it's now. Why Adam known to be Runema, but someone in Yama, obey me, I also a Garden of Eden. But then again, just to go through life, God gave women some sort of wisdom and an emotional empathy. Be a mema, any be. It's sir, your intuition and your dry mono, helping you quickly to navigate through life. Nya obate akunimo behu na nyese penyimpo obehu no abrabom ne be ma na be taking 10 several mistakes to be able to even catch on to circle no. So women were created to be able to help men, be their guidance, guide them in life. Or ebia o mi ramenya say we dey say be ye na ye boaboa ho na nye slavery. I don't know what to say and me know what's no mama attention. Na sempo no my forward chick one in the middle no come money back on you sebi one pick. I quite military gun in one bow and no catch also yeah trusting yeah 1 2 no catch so own time. No way time, no I apologize say. Regardless, no, we remove one. But then again, what were you expecting if you're not giving me an attention as my boyfriend? You're not there emotionally, Say, see, no, ultimatum based on your insecurities, say one cause say from a brand new chrome na your mom say you cheated dance and I me worry. Na be ya worry then go because our no worry and guarantee say o kwa worry no ebe ye. Kofo bebre through marriage. So many men and women be lose so akati on life shots because of our bonny. And I have said it and I will keep saying marriage or love is not supposed to be endured. We don't endure marriage or love and as a relationship. You enjoy it. It's supposed to be enjoyed, not endured. If you are listening to me now, will suffer in a relationship. So mentality now, you have to hold on to suffering before it gets good at the end. Please. Whoever made that thing up is not true. A lot of people don't even have to lift a finger. They are in good marriages. It's in a strong pa. My society and top pressure. My won't make a lot of mistakes. It's not worth it. I keep saying a failed relationship is better than a failed marriage. Anyway, good evening. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Me patrol to me kasa.
I'm Ethiopia.
Okay, me patrol with you.
You're from Malam.
I am Malam.
Yes, so.
It's to say.
Boko, happy Easter, so.
Oh, same to you. Happy Easter to you too. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, this Easter now the topic you buy so. Huh?
Na menye ne den says enye mu yana mo pie no aye die me di 55 day na.
Obi aji na ni Easter. Nti saa die no anka ese sepre obi ayi afi na adwum say. Ko bi ani. But in the other hand, say also marriage. There's no need as to one has upper hand over the other. It's a contract. Una mo baby to say okay say Adam and Eve. Obi a woni chafa. So when you are coming together, you are coming to complement each other. That's the way I see it. To say you say there's nothing I cannot do as a woman. But then some say ko for bar be bintia enim mu and I say me here and me ko for bar no. So therefore the woman coming into my life is of a compliment to me. So that say me obi can ask them o wan ka so near wodi anu kwampo enye odebion na so obi dey don wa enye ode. So that is when a woman will do something for you. What must you near man so obi si ma wa enye ode. So that is where the woman will do certain things for you. Adia wodi me here na so obi ma wa enye mo fair. It will be nice for you. So in two ways or the other, no, or balance here will be one way or the other. So you have to do things to show us that we are member based on our strength and our abilities. So we complement each other and make both of us enjoy each other's company. Now, see, you correct contract and then over no for way bra. You say no, I don't worry about. That is where the problem comes in.
Malamin chawa no, me story na me two jano ho. Me story na me kind beginning utie.
Baby, o ka bi tete so je ni no bi, but I didn't get it fully.
Ma run down na fe we hu baby a. Yes sister bi na sis, yes sister no dey na asem aba. O na the boy na war 4 years. Na the boy no jai na attention ma for over a year as why cold on your very visible relationship no. And a lady na get it very lonely. It's now down for military guy being a free company buy no or catching so my pay watch me na me pay wa sempa na me pay me do but na means me the enka I feel na meet me I there I catch show and a guy no a press here so so hu nti dey omko share no obviously that time na the boyfriend no enye available sir or the friend na hello no akate call no what you say one share that man attention nti I say boy this so ni mu na say eh so mo compare. But boy ne dan catch say own jai onu ne ho preko pe no so ndi own jai nti boy ne point nya enwie ana se se bi kwa ne ho enti manye dem po amba e na guy ne e jai no pa na cho ti we na se sia no boy na ba so opeso ware no na before be ware no I just so de ni ko ne krom ne wo fa so fa ne ba ne krom no munya rituals bi hwe se am so girl na fa ne chida na so aso girl na fa ne chida dia on fan che no. Oh, intino. Oh, man, you want some of now, question, and I started to A besides says, Siam, Ushu, because why funny you one time pay. Now, so more conad as I could do in the chrome war, then a baby, almost on your day, on so per boy and a pa or dono. Our own person be lose boy, no. Instance, and a question here. Only she and Comucum, no more ritual, na say a man.
Now, you know, the person who is going to marry her, only the old boyfriend, and now on money time, no go home.
And yes.
They know money time, no, and they say, "Officer, worry, no."
Yes.
But the condition of our India, just some rituals, who say, "We're funny, chance, one funny."
Yes.
Now, Obama me Nemo, also don't power, the Bemban power, whatever it is. I don't know why the man has now so suddenly changed and Officer marry Obama. Obama, you're free, no. The girl should be bold enough to tell us that time they are time, you know. This what happened. So they are here. Time they are time, you know. Say they see here. So I'm not going to lie about it. So don't kwandia middle young warisa. So you put away rituals.
But guy say say bibi sa wa on fan.
They don't make us so bad catch them and say time they are time, they make you because of your attitude towards me. Anyway, say see here. Long time ago, me catch you in there. Now, what does it do me? They're fine. Then I go my way. Now, let's assume, say, although Bemba need to know I didn't change what I be because sin swear. Who will lose?
But unfortunately, I never be bright. Never I course, especially Yemo, a warrior.
And Americano. I'm going to rituals. And I'm also saying, we for the chair and the business CBC and also on Waru. So what's the point? What's the point for him to go and do a ritual when you know inwardly, say, I bet to have who say, why you be sir?
Malam, Mammy Chawano, my question is Yanni. I didn't know banning Quanaco rituals. I'm not any Omutunina. Near say, also be man who Fabiana. I didn't be BI or bow.
And American, I don't know whether Omunion rituals or ban. Then media. I'm a man, I'm a catch of bands men call ye BPR. Oh, do me a war, Miss. Now they cry. What I say, no, since I was here, no, Obano be and Shanada. And I'll not be one show be that.
And our ban says, no banner put air say the boyfriend is breaking virginity on a boy pen hour. So,
okay, that's the woman's point to a you. But then, at one point, you were not showing love to me again.
Yes.
Then when somebody want to show me love or interest,
yes.
And I fell for it, and even though I didn't go to my end as it's supposed to be, so they appear. So it's only to me. Obana actually stop it so you need compound. That alone should prove that she's a decent woman.
Yes.
Now doing by now to say, oh David, Jimmy and yet into no okay, so remember the so you should be bold enough to tell Obana say, hey, who can answer the Oka and say, this is what I did in the past, and it was your cause. You caused me to do that.
Baba, my one card better.
What's it?
I one card better no.
Mommy, you see, say you're the topic by radio show. I'll be able to do no farm. If you have not seen it, you've not done it, don't talk about it. There's no say Anke me Anke. No, me see, so you forget about that. I'm telling you. You'll be a virgin and say
that's true.
So what are you talking about? Say, I didn't have that. What are you talking about? If it's not virgin there, what are you thinking about? So no be at the
But
what do you expect?
My question back.
Virgin definitely will not be other.
Now, because I'm trying to say, because it's out of yes, standing issue, no. And I may be in general, say, I don't know a member, say, more partners, and I saw buy a family chair. It's very difficult for most of the bed.
I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know because one is hard in ever.
No, but some woman could cheat here. Now, my pay.
And I can say a man or any woman who goes in contact, what look we use the word, any woman who has a relationship with a man, and the man is in situ of such a thing, then that man is not a man enough. That's my point. Say or back for you over can want them. No woman who why you be that. It's maturity, my boy, my sister, it's maturity.
Mabalam, you've not answered my question, no. My question right now for tonight, you're programming your question, no. Yeah. Me say a memo. What the emphasis is here, no? Yeah,
also a memo. I didn't hear fan chair. I say, yeah, because about fan channel. Is that your question?
Yes. So I want.
And I'm talking about any member or base. I know you don't have maturity in you.
Oh wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So you would you forgive?
If you are mature, if you are a mature man, you will not be thinking about such a thing at all. I'm telling you. If you are a matured man, okay, Oba, I'm not worry yet. Me what? And you never know what for you. What is it for you? Who know what be also for you? Say, worry me and a course I never who said, where you musuo. But I don't worry yet because he's still in the search.
Yeah.
Do you know whether you ever marry or not? Are you getting me? You are courting each other. No, someone is a mobile and someone what any match now. Now, Ben wants me to fall before because of my new be the same in Pelview. Don't know chance more say men Pelview and some of Pelview for. The one some so you the old definitely the older more air. So who will be a pair power? Won't you home?
And
are you getting my point?
Yes.
Obana, okay, say, oh no, Beman go join so Jino. Now you ban Musa baby, Jamie and yet. And I see Jai, even though Bomben catches me door pa, it is the first time maybe I touch you, then the money to meet. Now, so now you must see, Daddy, you will be a Makuma and more than this. So the girl was able to say stop, and the man stopped. So that alone should give credit to the woman. So just here. So you don't look back. You don't look there far. What are you talking about? And you're a number boy say, and you what is the song grandpa say? Oh, you left me so that okay, I said say and I say yes, sir. And it'll be the fun me.
Obi ajemi boss so say
You get my point?
Yeah.
You have to learn from this sort of musical lyrics.
Okay.
Obi abegina themselves to say the we need theater and whatever the song says. That is what life is about. And then Obi foul no. When you say Obi at watching and remember foul, and must see you. Now the man will look back and say, hey, I've lost something good. That's the song. What the song is telling us.
Okay.
So there's nothing like say, oh, yeah, why you born it? Because when you're worried, crampo, what I'm saying, so you are searching, I'm searching. We are only partners as of now. It's a year, but like I say, mean to me, worry you, BBT, and I say, call my if you and I say, omi to me, I worry, crampo. What whatever you make us say, sister, on your man and call, and yes, sir.
Yeah.
I didn't hear BBT, no, I think, or Jawari. So what is it for you to know? So be a waro, a jaw, just be anti because of Obiada. So therefore that woman nobody marry her again.
Anyway.
My sister, to be honest with you, Bemma, you don't make those things as issue at all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much.
I hope say yes, sister Nancy, what we fit on super. Thank you so much. All right, hello, good evening.
Good evening, Baba. Nana Emisani.
Nana Emisa, and then come into we are my booking hats. Oko share.
Metiosa.
Oko share. Was not made chair.
Yeah. We be able to.
Nyame adom. Happy Easter. I hope say now we enjoy holiday and so in the bank holiday.
And then me share me mo double pay.
Oh Jessica, open there now sham back door now the be abre me. And we say what's your story no?
Now, say, or worry no, any trim plan or person while into Uncle say, or new be a dada.
I know what fun no. Say, obe worry, or say, boy, and say, what I say, on fag girl in brought on chrome, so on the worry, dear. Jolly girl, anybody, come here, rich one, I have to a funny chi. Edda, our relationship, no more 4 years, but say, you're not funny chi that.
Nessa, onye oba ho ade a enya wo de awo.
True.
Oba de ukofie na ukoye no ho ade na ne parents jutum na se wutua ne tinsa ne ade a ene be ye wo de a. Na se wo ne na etwem pana de a enya wo de ntino you don't own her. Untumi nkoka se bra na me hwe so wa fa mechi da. Enya wo de a ukotua ka enya wo de a unkotua ka enya wo de a. Ndi ne boy no ne wo fa na ka na me ne nya do no nso boy no pani toto wo fa na me kan chiro wanza na wo de
Nampa. But I make us also this say a young kitten we na yeah affect so bones so that our we na affect amplify issues kese our we no because at the end of the day no Obama is very insecure. Me kind story from the beginning no ubetia or you're so insecure like every minute be na who be to be kana omukwa and I meant to say wow a mema who flirted with a mema so Obama I talk it down on you in a relationship son I don't think say it's even advisable to say it was about dream who's worry but unfortunately you know your society you know a mama you say I say more in favor to be with us you know sana akoye but anyway
because our yasha say do ko duro so there e dey na say ukọ za wale mini aba na wa on dampo be ma no obi our awunya nkọ kwa yasha say dey on nam duro so ba enye rituals na dey we mfa no nkonkosi ba bia ye e na say be ma so the truth mu nyo ba ho ade enye ode a oba bia siso ana ba ma bia siso a ne mpra ba mi enu miensa because onim ni a obewale na kasanti no obi it's like a lotto o try when you be ko to ma wa na ne ko so that enti onye oba nwa de engaze ya wo dia enti be ma no kita no onye aka na ye nje ti mi ne ba na meka so ndampo no onye correct
Mate, nana miss me dasi baby, so me dasi. All right, okay. Nti me nua ba se witi I hope se witi ofutuo ni nyina because as a issues to way as maybe they can a relationship enya awareɛ nti no you're not bounded or bound by any contracts say it was say we take vows now we for better for worse in riches for poor and it's our way and no vow nyankopon anim enu ebusuafo anim say you would stick by your partner and say your husband till death do you part it's na akofa na chia na ayede wo ho but your relationship with the na onumpo nso so na push you because obviously you were lonely in the relationship. He wasn't being a full man, he wasn't giving you attention, he wasn't loving on you correctly. Na wa down for crab but na ba catch us up me no kwanka so jide ni do me dream ka akọ ne ho no wo betina say we spend 4 years nkofo kwa twempra 15-16 years come mu ye jomo kwan na nya 4 years men can say me ye insensitive but at the end of the day I want us to wake up and man we should stop sacrificing so much senebe as obrana no is bigger than our real life no is bigger than just marriage and having kids and moving. No, life is bigger than that. No. So I don't know you've not made any mistakes on some marital aspects now. Don't even try. Find a purpose in life. You will never be brave or what. Recreation and as a marriage is just an icing on the cake. It's not a do or die affair. But unfortunately in society, we are banner watching never be break and I don't worry and I say we need bar. And I don't worry. And I didn't got top pressures, my youngest, be brain making wrong decisions despite how they feel. Number one fan. What's catch me?
Also, your boyfriend and catch me say, oh, 3 strong men behind you. Me Nana Misa, Malam. The only not also or no baby agora. You come on in with full force. On the social who see me.
Meaning so it's yeah, me try hanum say na percent. Then we know it's here names so to make a chain pa. Say
catch you.
We 3 strong men. Onye din. Yeah. Me be catch you.
Another day, by the way, you can't say, always sure, sir, these strong 3 men will never let him get away. Will chase him anywhere.
Okay. I'll tell him. I'm sure he would. He's doing the right things so far. I can't complain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wish you all the best of luck with him.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
And you are doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm so disappointed. Said the women are not calling to defend their daughters.
As I said, it's only so far my bar show is the only woman I've heard. The first caller on me said that. Hey, but then I miss as soon as I
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Let me give him space. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Your name is
Baba, me wife ya say me come out boy and I'm my camera say me.
Okay.
Me cousin or baby or Ghana. And or my contact were no. And my contact friend me say Mrs. Anna catch and say or a virgin. Inti makunta ni biza me so ye virgin am o de to so na me say makunta we wagi me ana ado pia me ne pie
Amen mo haye yo
o ba no o pia me ne pie ala say me hu ne party na we biza me so ye virgin
now mo pe virgin zara na mo amusa nko che nkola ne yanga sana mo pe dada ye man na mo asa aye
no be man o pe virgin na on din kan o ba ne dai
na make no ene na akoya asem no
yeah wo pe virgin ade na wo ne o ba ne dai so ni kwa so ne da
easy
ni o kan de media advice na ma catch me nu aba ne say the man is very insecure ubenya problem or this our way on dampo no na obi enko ne baby na ware a washa say okwa ne do ko fefe nduru so bra me check in future no ebe ha na dwem
in some of course so say our generation even say me custom me come me the bebre e say yentimi nkan wi e asefem e so crowd say me mobile but anyway kakra ye be film
I'm forget to know you no nko na oye we me say na me wadam for sister bi okromo ana o say we see so no boy bi na boy no skapa o she business asinto o ska no so ne na ma obehia oba bi no say asome say okura ni o say na tete no ti da ko na oja boy no o mia na nipa na oja boy no afi boy ne ka chen say omra no on kesike bi ope no mfa ma no no mum nja no
Awesome.
Jalo banashini no mum nja no ye ni aba no ndampo wa man
okay intimini aba se wutie me a ya me man mpo asaka mo se dampe boy no it's not really I mean say sometimes when your emotions are intertwined in bibi no it's very difficult for you to come out as women but as and to say at the end of the world it is better for you to cry today than to be crying every day in that marriage. Would have served one breakfast, me a winning. The giant and the cushion I will pay you are allowed to mourn the relationship. But what she should never and ever do is to even think of getting married to this person. Embwa. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Should be your call there.
I'm not Domboko. Patrol say. Happy Easter. I hope so. We had a good weekend.
Oh yeah, it was good. Yeah, thank
you. That's great.
In fact, what I would say is the man is a bully or a bully. I'm gonna baby, move on. Move on because so worry. Yeah, and somebody idiot. She doesn't know. Yeah.
But easy. Won't say as a man. Or also, I invested 4 good years of my life. What I say.
But say at the same time, when say you're getting yourself in trouble, and better say, baby.
Okay. Man, what's here? Now, make sure you follow up the feedback.
Okay, you're right. Okay, that's it.
Okay, me that's it, baby.
No problem.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Mr. Stasewoods here, and the Obia, a man in poor, I can't say, or bear money, bully, and you're not supposed to even be in such a relationship. And so many times, your relationship, instead of us thinking with our head, we tend to think with our hearts. Your heart would not always make the right decisions for you because that is not your thinking capacity. So what do I manage? You would enter a lot of issues. So you make so many mistakes because your heart Akuma is not for thinking. It's for feelings, obviously. But why journey that would shimono? Or boy for a purpose. So you need to acquire knowledge and common sense goes hand in hand. You need knowledge and wisdom. Without our wisdom, and then common sense. When you swap, how papa now do a commit because I commanded a Rebecca be a young co. Emma, may your bunny be we need to pass out, dear ye mean. But you would keep making excuses because you're scared. You're too scared to move on. You're too afraid to start afresh. You are too afraid that you don't find anybody else to love you. Let me remind you, there are over 8.5 billion people in the world. I know maybe I'm married 6 times. 6 times. 6 times. Even look at Jennifer Lopez. Who named Jennifer Lopez, American Hollywood singer. She got engaged twice, 5 times. Got married like 3 times. So Johnny and son are wedding. Oba. And son of the first love, Ben Affleck. It's not too late. Even if you've invested 4 years in someone, please, it is not the end of the world. That time will be better for you to let go than to waste your emotions and then enter that marriage. Real baby. Some social statistics of and and even domestic violence is high. Every week you be just domestic violence. A month 3, just in the UK, a month 3 weekly. And people are dying because of wrong marriages and even wrong relationship. So why would you allow yourself or give yourself this issue? I don't see, and I'll be my whole problem with. Drop the guy. Run for your life. There is no man or pill. Oh, because the best senior because what family chair. Now I'm going to family chair. So what? Yes. So I don't know why area. And it's a relationship. It's not marriage. Relationship, and we are allowed to date multiple people. Till say why certain. Dating doesn't mean say sleep around with people. That is not what I said. You are allowed to get to know different people within different capacity of your way. But I'm not saying say open your legs and sleep with everybody. So there's no contract bounding you say in a relationship. I'm just saying. Because remember, we see a time they be minimum be we're dating kind of 2008. That was 16 good years of my life. Simple way and can be the same. But he giant boy now Saturday, so not only boy in the good so. So why would you 4 years? I'm not saying it's not it. I'm not saying I'm not invalidating how you feel, and I say can't say 4 years in your time. But it's not too much of a time for you to actually put yourself in a situation you cannot come out of it. It's true. Being with an insecure man is the biggest mistake you can never make. Obama, or you're very insecure, untrustable. Even in the just where would you be suffocated? You be suffocated our reign. We're very suffocated. To the Johnny, we cry me some. And it means I singular. And I said, "Black up." And I remember the bria. I say, "Link your mama cry." No, don't worry. Just relax. Make that decision. Say you are getting out of the relationship. Let the guy go. No matter how difficult it is for you, let him go. Why? Treat him like sebi. Will be a woman sebi. Anyways, if you're just tuning in now, me being the Baba Chuck Norris, the only Chuck Norris you would ever hear in the UK. No, even in the whole of Africa, obviously, apart from the original Chuck Norris. Then Kwani FM Baba Chuck Norris. So don't me say every Mondays between the hours of 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. No, me the sound commercial chain at the brim of the relationship show where love or door any abrabumun como. And as time goes on, no, we would get into so many series. Me the panels ebeba omo marriage counselors near the eba betna at church and I'm and even as I said, no, it's not just even the marriage. There was sexologists, that people that are well vexed in sexual aspects. They will teach us a thing or two about sexual intimacy, how to go about it. They might be brave or me ba say me pesa aware ejina. Aware na ye wari wo krom han. Wari na wo hu TV so ye no also betimi criticize na ma ho. It all takes effort. Ne efforts ne from two parties, and then commitment. We've made a decision to commit to each other. So regardless of what life throws at you, you're gonna make it work. And that's what marriage is. Marriage, and you say me continue me suba nye me na me be my also family son. No. And I'm a man who's many man I'm a boy me man chinkwan and ye me man nkwan so na nye ye wo many man bo ma Canada musu mu ni suban mu sha me ma papa na mu de musuban bone no apa mo asa guma o ma ware me man kwa wanka sansa nya me ma papa o mo de mo sa ne musuban bi no say break your home. And no so mean Tim say mental issues no you drew a become one sin because mentia say ubenya ekunu pa na afi wa wode won side bed ebe say no usually ne mema nya mapa na they don't see it but me come in ya man wo na wo hwehwe na wenya meso somu say anya papa mpo a you can also make it work anya papa so far as nipa kono so far as there's no violence there I don't condone domestic violence so nipa kono beto ne nsa bo will be proud this time and they run for your life you don't need to stay so I would 10 when na would 10 kwa na adwane it is not safe aside that no if nipa kono is willing to change and then do some character work then you can actually do life with a person. It's in a main kasan chebebre me de etuma die ne nkomo twetwe no hard and the baby see damas mom we man so amutie me ade bia me ba mo support ya mo ma encouragement. I thank you all, and I can't wait because this is shown we will take it further. Yeah, be would go places. Yeah, be go places pa you know. Don't go nowhere. Mondays bia no tune in within the hours of 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Let's see, nothing more experience what drink shwe abra ebetuja. Internet that's na ye be saying she say won to ticket ya. Okay, I say me say yakola. My number one fan.
Program no for maybe. Just a me consume program na sound out the baby.
Me fan baby, yeah.
By the way.
Catch me.
When sell oko functions ewo krom ha
Me patro me papa
yeah o de oko for wani to fam be years ago now was a DJ and you know I'm very observant up to now oko Ghanaian functions are the married couples are on one side of the hall.
Yes, true.
The divorcees with their children are on one side. The single women are on one side. And they both, the young, the single men and the divorcee men, what do? Go and group themselves in front of the bar. And they leave the single women alone. Because most young men now as Africans, do you know say majority of them are scared to approach the single women in the hall. They go and group themselves in the corner where the alcohol is flowing, and they are there shouting and talking at the top of their voices, and they eliminate the women. And the women also know they are not the single women are not brave enough to go out there and say that I could see I think say you look can we have Freddie the exchange of numbers and then we see what comes out of it. And you know both sides because for so many years me crab see me pay. And the same thing, likewise to the single ones, people have to have a change of mind.
Okay.
If you're a young woman and you see a young man who is smartly dressed to suit you or whatever, approach the person. Forget about all this old ideology. You say African women shouldn't approach men. Yeah, we live in the Western world. Come on, have that a diverse friendly there. Be open for you to enjoy life. And this young woman, if you should dress in her best attire. Go to the best disco, and then you will see how many men will be a friend flirting with her. Yeah. And you shouldn't sit down and be sobbing about a friend a dead goat. There's more life.
But yeah, man, I know you may next week topic now the Bible to Jano. Because they say money be brain, unfortunately for us, they don't like us women. especially me come me age group no, from 30 and above no. Me age group no. Even married men are doing it, but that one anyway. That's a topic for next week, so I don't want to give it all away.
And you know something? A lot of your friend men are afraid of very outspoken women like you. When they always run away, but they don't know. Say women like you are the best people that you have to approach. When I was young, you know, I always go for Obawi, Abayua we don't know. Those are the ones I always go for. And I'm telling you, they have the heart of gold. And the MMP who are almost through my outspoken. And it's a fact. Even you yourself, you can tell.
And that's
because
truth.
Even with this program that you are doing, when they see you on the road, hey, Baba ni, hey, on the any program be all you. On your Christoni is bollocks. Excuse my French.
Yes. But because me a program went to your Christoni. Then your issues the war and then the area more. Program that way no say problem na me bring in real life issues are OBI facing.
Yeah.
So whether being a Christian or not, you're still going to go through it.
Yeah, and they will say it. One is Pemo and Womuti and a woman bar a sofa. Yeah.
And as I said, and from day one you've been very supportive. Oh, Malam, na name is San, and I say we have been very supportive. So, I mean, to me, I'm with you, but I mean, Madam Asibibre, and I really appreciate the support.
Yes, it's good. It's good. We will always support you.
Because
we need young and vibrant. And we are all over 60s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't seen any young one within your age group that is coming on. But still, no, we'll support you because you've given us a very, your friend, a diverse. Because this thing, it has become the African. It's a taboo for a young girl to come on the radio to be talking about this kind of your friend, sexual intimacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we need it.
I raise my heart to you. Yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will.
Yeah.
I will. Thank you. And when you sleep, have a wonderful sleep tonight.
Okay, I will do.
Okay,
I will.
Thank you.
Okay, and to take care, and we'll still.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. I think I lost him, and thank you for all my callers as well. As I said, me program na baby, yeah. Madam was me futu, Mrs. Tannen so we pa. Debi am better program no me encourage me new man say was some friend na, you know, much my dream because program na me yeah na me ba ma a man more. Na nyama aunties, Mrs. Stess, me wa hand them for us to discuss this and then, you know, share our opinions. Na afi baby biara bibia to sin no. And I say to sin, you can learn a thing or two out of a bubble bra. Maybe it's not a more. It's not just for me to blab. I sit in this chair with facts, not just my opinion, with experiences, things I have seen around. I have been married for a decade, so I have an experience. My marriage been 10 years. It's not. I have that experience. Into me speaking and then talking about this. It's not just the fact that I sit down and don't know what I'm saying. I know. Me wo now for first-hand experiences as well. And my experiences from friends and my also in my generation. Not just my generation. Gen Z's no. Yeah, man also mudi and the crown is worse. Into say me buried you no swa me stress say mo bet you my dream na wetie enye say wo da wo keke na wetie mo de wa dream e bia wa dream share na be share no e be boa obi e betimi save ni pa ba kokra no a life and say ne marriage and say ne biara e bia one dream po na say na dream anko ho no obetimi save ne into na memfa enhye wo chi memfere de bia me ka so be friend na wo fere a wo timi se san wo din me nye problem wo peso kwa membo wo din with me and anonymous wofa na wache wadwen na wo yeko ya church mu nti mesa damwase da sene Monday nyame ya adoma mesa ba mo fidie so hot digital online between 9 p.m. 9. I mean, I'm saying I bread, but I breathe too much because my voice notes here. It's going to ginger you a little bit until I'm not trying to blow my horn. But 9 to 12, no, they would see me a better now and I quite two cry a bebua, now fair their boy a bra. And you know, that's a bit shit. I want to daddy lumba tickets, yeah, Miss Say. To make up Nako Ghana Music Awards UK website, Nakoto lumba tickets, no, with me and follow the so say one a number or Bema or sites and directly to shop your tickets from say what struggler. That lumba the Ghana Michael Jackson or Obama from teenager Penyun will be biara take on Nakoto. Nemia me lover boy, me and my boyfriend Samini and so epic for me giddy. So we're gonna need our coin Samini show former Batman show. You would know says £1 million cranker it's worth it. It's more than worth it because he would give you a show you would never ever forget. Now for you coffee and tea. So imagine this 3 powerhouse on that night on the 6th of May. That is 1 month exactly, from 1 month 3 days from now, because April is 30 days, and you would not want to miss it. So, Konakoto tickets. Don't wait till last minute, because last minute, no, you would end up spending more. Into the machacha, monama san cramo. See that's the no your business, Madam Masse.
Hello, Sapwa. Hello, Neboyo. Hello.